Okay, guys, I should be live. Hi, and welcome to the next thrilling, hopefully very funny episode of If the Emperor Had a Text to Speech Device, episode 12 and 12.5. I really wanted to do 13, but when I saw the length altogether, yeah, it's gonna be too long for one sitting. So we're going to do the questions and then we're going to do 12 and 12.5. I see that you're a lot in the chat. I just couldn't start right in the second, so to speak. The whole preparation kind of took a bit more time than I expected. So my apologies for being late, but hi to everybody. Wow. Hi guys, hi. There's so many. It's so awesome. So I'm sure that you're ready. I don't wanna, wait more for this, guys. So let's watch and hopefully, have a ton of fun with this. So starting.
Actually, before I tell you more about my sons, let's do some fun shit I just came up with.
Find your left hand?
Stop using your mouth to say stupid words, you giant moving pineapple.
Don't worry, my
Oh, I
lord.
just love
I
that.
can just use this lingua technis mouthpiece instead so I can talk in binary.
Giant pineapple. It's
What
my
is that?
favorite.
Stop that.
Oh my gosh.
I will rip out your fucking Ukrainoids. Anyway, this is my idea. You should go and send out a message all over the galaxy, asking everyone what questions they would want answered by me if I, the Emperor of Mankind, could answer them.
Okay.
Then tell them to send back a question to Terra so we can get a hold of it. Read
This
it
is
and
how it
back.
happened.
Got it?
Oh, okay, my lord. I'll get right to spreading the message.
Yes, get to it now. This will surely be as entertaining as the time I accidentally teleported Agron up in my flagship when he was about to be killed in combat with his old gladiator people. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, so that was the question. Yeah, okay, the questionnaire request, so to speak. So let's go to the 12th. I'm going to the 12th. Whoa. Wow.
What the fuck was that?
So, I didn't know you could contact people through telepathy like that.
I was about to thank you for a job well done on stopping that Inquisitor, but then I remembered how headachingly retarded you are. Of course I can contact people telepathically. I'm a motherfucking emperor.
Yeah.
So why haven't you ever done that earlier? Like, before the text-to-speech device was implemented?
I have you fucking Chiquita man. Quite a few times in fact.
Oh, really? No. I haven't heard anything at all.
Have you ever used telepathy?
No, I haven't, sir. I'm not a psycho. I think.
Then shut the fuck up about it. You're obviously not aware that using telepathy to communicate like that can be really straining on the mind.
But my lord, aren't you the greatest psyker in the galaxy? Shouldn't a little bit of telepathy be like taking a casual killing stroll through a field of alarmed Eldar to you?
It was easier in the past, when my psyche wasn't ravished to lunacy, and splintered by the endless agonizing torment I received from sitting on this throne. Slowly but surely I'm having my soul torn apart by the entropy of the war grinding against the powers of my mind, while my body decays in perpetual pain, and I'm being forced to live through every second of it.
Endless
Oi.
torment, my lord? Lunacy? Your soul being torn apart? What?
You don't have to remind me about what I just said, you fucking asshole. I'm not that senile just yet.
I didn't know it was like that, my lord. I'm so sorry.
Isn't it obvious? I've been sitting here on this fucking throne for 10,000 years, slowly rotting away while constantly powering the Astronomicon and fighting off the horrors of the warp at the same time. It's no walk in the fucking park, you dipshit. Just sitting still without moving for this long is horrible. Can you even begin to imagine the muscle cramps I have experienced? Also, my nose has been itching like a lawnmower ever since I was put here.
Oh my
It
gosh.
doesn't even exist anymore, but it just keeps itching. And I know exactly who to blame for it.
Ergo, I hate you and everything you stand for. But phantom itching is probably the best thing you ever invented. And then he'll explode, destroying mankind, and then he will join us as a new Chaos God! Just as planned!
Oh.
Oh, this excitement and torment is getting me so damn horny! Anyone can please run this chair next deep beside me and love it as hard as you can!
The ever-living motherfucking cock biscuits stole my chain axe!
Oh god.
I think that you suffered this absolutely atrocious fate to keep mankind alive. You truly are the graceful guardian of our entire species.
Thanks, I get that a lot. So yes, sitting on this throne for an extended period of time is absolutely grade A fucking awful.
No wonder you use profanity all the time.
Shut up, you fucking cockstoadies, and fucking
Cockstoadies!
nose is getting me fucking damn.
I know, let's change the subject. Maybe that'll get your mind off it.
Go.
Fucking fast. I'm feeling a giant warp storm incoming.
So how about those trade legions, huh?
That's what we want to get.
Everyone, you have to listen. It better be important, number 87453. We are busy staring at this piece of metal. We've received absolutely technorific news.
Ooh, did they move Toaster 6 stage today?
Toaster
Even better,
sex.
They've found a new STC fragment on a planet right on the border of the Segmentum Solar.
I will not
It
be
is
surprised.
so-called a royal subsector.
Is this really true?
Yes, an expedition fleet is on its way right now.
Oh, I just oiled my robes.
Oil my ropes. I can't even.
Oh damn, I'm still alive.
Magnus, Fulgrim, Perturabo, Mortarion, Lorgar, Conrad, Enron, Alpharius Omega, and fucking Horus. My sons, created in the laboratories of Luna, made out of my very own genes. To think that they would ever fucking fit me.
Well, my lord, Lease, Lehman, Russ, Ferris, Manus, Vulcan, Rogal Dawn, Robert Gullivan, Sanguinius, Lionel Johnson, Jagatai Khan, and Corvus Corax made blows to you.
That's still not fucking good enough. I mean, I was a great fucking father to all of them, even if they all had their obvious flaws. Magnus being a nerdy fucking bookworm, and a psyker not ever being able to stand up to the brothers who bullied them over it. Fulgrim being a sissy fucking brown noser who would rather indulge himself in his secret quest to obtain more fabulous hair than me. To this day, he has not succeeded. Perturabo was always so volatile and childish, constantly bitching and moaning when he didn't get as he wanted. Mortarion constantly smelled like shit from day one.
Oh no.
Lorgar was a brainwashed choir boy with a massive victim complex. Conrad couldn't stand a little fucking sunlight, and kept feeling persecuted by his fantasies about a dark and depressing future. Angron was constantly mad. Like extremely, earth-shatteringly, unreasonably fuck-ass mad. Probably because he had those fucking nails in his brain. Alpharius Omega had huge anonymity issues, and fucking Horus started off nice and friendly, but then he decided to stop trusting me when I left for Terra and became an edgy rebel instead, leading all traitor legions to Terra and then put me on this fucking throne.
Right, my lord. It is no wonder the most flawed sons of yours betrayed you. The pure, noble, and flawless ones were to remain, naturally.
I'd agree with you, but no. Even the loyal ones were flawed as fuck. Leman Russ was bigoted, self-righteous,
Yeah.
unnecessarily rash, and
Oh.
had a fetish for wolves. Ferris Manus was a brutish-ass crack with a survival of the fittest mindset, thinking all quote-unquote weakness within the human species needed to be destroyed. Vulcan died all the fucking time, and was always too damn nice. Rogaldorn was just way too uptight, and brutally honest, never being capable of even telling a white little lie to make someone feel better about themselves. Robert Gilliman always acted infallible in his steadfast claim to everything being held traditional, plain and unconfucking-ventional, yet wasn't as infallible as he wanted to believe. Lionel Johnson was just a mess, being both a self-absorbed, spiteful and envious prick, and an honorable, courageous and dutiful warrior at the same time. Fucking confusing. Jagadikon was always so fucking reckless and constantly hyped on speed. And lastly, Corvus Corax was always so infernally fucking angsty.
Oh, I see, my lord. Wait, what about Sanguinius?
Don't you talk shit about my fabulous fucking hawk boy. He died for me, so be grateful.
Alright, of course. Well, what about those other two Primarchs? I don't even remember their names.
We don't talk about them.
Why?
Because we don't talk about them.
Right, I won't ask again. However, I just cannot understand why they'd betray you.
I know, right? I mean, sure, Lorgar grew up on a planet full of chaos worshippers, but that doesn't mean he could then start using his fucking brain. Especially once I came along to straighten him out. The rest seemingly just did it because they either were corrupted by chaos through Lorgar, took too much offense when I told them I had some daddy things to do back on Terra, or when I tried to correct them when they were doing stupid things.
I have to ask, since that's apparently my duty nowadays, why did you not tell them what you were going to do back on Terra?
Well, what was I supposed to say? I can't just tell my own children that I'm building a gate into the webway because I need some Ludian Eldar prostitutes are cheaper and a lot less shy.
I'm sorry,
What?
I can't just tell them that I'm building a gate into the webway because humanity needs some booting up in its transportation department, and Eldar webways are safer and a lot less shy than warp travel.
Oh, that's what I thought.
I could not take any risks with this project, and telling my sons would indeed have created unnecessary risks. Their trust in me should not have swayed when I left. It's not like I'm demanding full access disclosure to their everyday lives, even if I am their father. I mean, imagine if I had, for example, stepped into Lionel Johnson's room and been all like, "Hey Sonny, how's building that homosexual nightclub coming along for you?"
Oh yes, I fully understand, my lord.
In fact, as well as returning to Terra to build the human webway, I guess you could also say that I was testing them to see how my sons would work together without me to guide them. As it turned out, not much better than regular humans left to their own devices.
I see. Can I ask about another thing?
You're going to anyway, regardless of how I answer, aren't you?
Even if all of your sons are obviously flawed, isn't there anything good about them? I mean, even the ones who betrayed you? Is there anything good you see in them?
Well, now that you mention it.
That was it. Okay, awesome. Well, we have the next episode, so that was pretty interesting. A lot of info as well. Very good things to think about. So, 12.5, guys, it's 20 minutes. So, here we go.
I am the Emperor. For millennia have I stood across life, carefully watching as the seed of what is to come has risen from its earthly barrows into the starlit sky. This seed, known as mankind, I have existed along from the time of my birth. I let the seed grow, I nurtured it, did my best to have it remain healthy and secure. But as it kept on growing, I could not keep up. I could not come with it, but could only watch from afar as its health deteriorated and vegetation grew bleak. As I entered into the realm of the half-life, the only thing I could experience was despair. My work that I had driven to construct for such a long time had been obliterated in but a mere moment. Mankind, my once pure seed, had fallen into the hands of sheer, corrosive and preposterous prudence. And at no other time has this been displayed as intensely as this very moment. Because holy fucking shit, these questions are the worst fucking shit I have ever read. Whatever became of mankind?
Oh my god. Oh, that's gonna be entertaining.
Now, my lord, let me remind you that you were the one who came up with this idea in the first place.
That's your fault because you have informed me well enough about how incredibly, disgustingly fucking idiotic mankind has become. I mean, I just thought you were a special case. Now, this makes me so sad.
Maybe you just misread or something. I mean, these questions couldn't have been that bad. Besides, what, are we supposed to make fun of them? Here, let me read some to you.
Fuck it, go ahead. Let me plow through these one more time before I actually pass out and fall off this fucking chair.
Oh no.
Alright, let's see. This message is from one apt Denaiwi. Some poor local thing. He says...
Yep.
Why Kron loves ponies.
I have no mouth and I must scream.
Alright, fuck it, next question. This one is from one Joseph Lyons. He asks, Oh, mighty God Emperor of mankind, were you to send your sentience to a new body to rule once more and bring mankind back properly into the light that is your majesty, what would you demand as a first meal? Something really tasty, I bet.
You get to ask one question. A question that could be whatever deep and philosophical inquiry that dwells inside the perplexing and winding wonders of the human mind that you could potentially come up with, and you ask about fucking food. Then again, I probably should not judge since the Imperium clearly is some kind of bureaucratic police state driven through ignorance and idiocy nowadays, so it is only natural for your regular Archie world peasant to only ever think about food. As for an actual answer to that question, I'd probably go for some tacos.
Next question is from
Tacos.
one called, Demon Primarch?
What kind of asshole parents name their child Demon Primarch? Fucking seriously, it's like they want their child brutally lynched and burnt on a stake by the brainwashed masses.
I'm acting at its finest, my lord. Anyway, as for the question, Mighty Emperor, this is but a simple question I would have answered. Was there really a single guardsman who distracted Horus during your duel above his flagship? The legends tell of Olanius Pius doing some deed aboard that accursed vessel that assisted with Horus's downfall tremendously. But is any of it true?
He must be referring to that one regular old Imperial soldier that stepped in front of fucking Horus when he was about to finish me off after he had used some dirty chaos contrivances to punt me down on the ground. For being a regular human, that man had such titanic fucking balls that I wanted to clap my hands vigorously just thinking about it.
Oh
It
my.
is too bad that he was literally obliterated out of existence by Horus after making that selfless act. It's also too bad that I lack the hands to applaud him with. Typically from that point on, an Astartes Terminator and the Custodes did the exact same thing right after to prove that they were just as cool and selfless as that glorious bastard. I mean, can't you immortal superhumans of death and destructions let the regular Joes have this one thing? Come on, man.
Whoa, I'm not even getting into that one. It's not like I was the one who told Santonius to throw himself in front of you in nothing but his loincloth to intimidate that Omanius guy. Anyway, next question. This one is from someone who signed himself up as The Reds Will Rise Again.
That person sounds like a ketchup enthusiast.
He asks, My lord, can love bloom in a battlefield? 32-6 asks for your blessing in his relationship with Toldian. Perhaps after you complete your webway, you create peace among these two races. They're the last ones that need to fight each other.
I do hope this person realizes that the Eldar look at mankind like we would look at a primate. To them, we are unevolved beasts, thinking in very simplistic thought patterns, and only using the most simple of tools. So, to put it short, this Taldir is basically into bestiality, and is a sick fuck that will get all kinds of nasty interspecies STDs, and will most likely kill half her craft world because of it. So yes, you have my blessing.
Wow, my lord. Most would probably retorted into
Cross
metal and
species
not much.
STDs.
Downright heretical it would have been if he was given that question.
And you know how I feel about that, now don't you?
I suppose so. It's not like I'm scared to death that every time you're upset over nothing. Okay, sorry, my lord. I didn't have any emotions. Anyway, next question. This one is from someone named Brent Keller. He asks, what happened to your left eye?
This is actually something I don't even know myself, and it still fucking infuriates me. Why do I only have this visor on one of my eyes when both of them have obviously rotted away millennia ago? Seriously, what is its purpose? I didn't even put it here.
Actually, I kind of know the answer. Well, after we escorted you in all haste towards the Golden Throne after your battle with Horus, Rogel Dawn accidentally managed to poke your eye out with his giant iron halo. You know, the whole sharp and pointy being in the shape of the Aquila and all.
What?
I'm going to teach that boy a fucking lesson in how to not poke people's eyes out while wearing giant sharp arms when I get off this throne.
My lord, Rogel Dawn is dead.
That isn't fucking stopping me.
Surprised. Anyway, this question is from Grey Knight 31.
Oh boy, a message from the prodigies of the Silver Baby Carrier.
He asks, are you going to send Drago to rehab? Dude needs help. Huh. I thought we'd already decreed that members of the Inquisition would all be rehabilitated. Did that galaxy-wide message not actually get to anyone?
I bet they just neglect mail they consider bad like most feedback-phobic fucking snowflakes that exist in the galaxy. I'll have to rehash and create new means of getting the message across. One which cannot be negated by inquisitorial spam filters.
Moving on. Next up are a couple of questions sent from some warriors that are on their way to a planet known as Arcona, apparently. First one is from Mark Ilario. He asks, what is your favorite color?
Isn't that fucking obvious?
Second question from Arcona is from Vida Ra. He asks, what do you think of Miguel Caram?
I approve of him and his team, and he should continue to do what he is doing, because he's doing an excellent job.
I'm sorry, my lord, I think I'm out of the loop. Who's Miguel Caram?
This is 4th degree warp realm fuckery. None of your concern.
Okay, great. Next question is from a chaplain known as Valerius.
A chaplain, you say? Good. I assign chaplains to hold Marines in line, and be as staunch and serious about their duties as possible. I have high expectations for this question.
He asks, why can't we all just be friends and stop fighting?
How did this happen to me? I made my mistakes. Got nowhere to run. The night goes on as I'm fading away. I'm sick of this life. I just wanna scream. How did this happen to me?
Oh, poor Emperor.
Next question is, dear Emperor, can you still poop? I fucking hate this.
I'm a skeleton, so write about as much as you use your brain, you fucking half-wit. Next question.
Dear Emperor, where will the universe be for year 999, Millennium 41?
At the end of the year, just like every fucking year. Next.
Dear Emperor, how do you fat?
By thinking pleasant thoughts about your inevitable demise. Next.
Dear Emperor, what is the most fascinating thing you've ever seen?
Probably the intricate denseness of this fucking question. Next.
Dear
Oh
Emperor,
my god.
have you ever gotten laid?
More times than the entire fucking population of your planet, you rattling penetrator. Next.
Dear Emperor, was it fatherly love that stopped you from striking down Horus, or did you have sexually confused feelings for him?
What?
I'm deeply disgusted by you and I hope you explode. In fact- Okay, next.
In fact, somebody
My lord,
in the world
it's like
exploded.
someone actually answering these questions now. I mean, no one's listening in, right?
No, but in case someone is, I hope they feel fucking awful right about now.
Of course, nobody could be listening. It's this Imperial Palace. Nobody could ever get in here. Okay, well, moving on then. Alright, slightly better question, I think. This one is from Lord Commissar Wolf, who says, O glorious Emperor, please share thy wisdom with your most loyal servants. Is there such a thing as enough Dakka? While I abhor the Xenos term, everyone seems to be talking about and about how there will never be enough of it. What say you, my Emperor?
At the point in time when bullets can pass through the interdimensional walls, when firepower takes up the entirety and eternity of space and time, all being stuck in a never-ending life and death cycle as bullets recover and destroy their bodies in quick succession. No one able to think about anything but the sheer force of the bullets rapidly flying literally everywhere in the materium, turning the warp itself into nothing but a sea of semi-automatic weaponry. Then there will be enough Dakka, or at least almost.
What is Dakka anyhow?
The orc word for rapid firepower and multi-laser masturbation.
I didn't want to know that.
Wow.
Next question is from pretty much everyone. Seriously, there is a giant mountain of messages dedicated to just this one question. And it kind of disturbs me that so many have made it. Dear Emperor, what is your opinion on the Tau?
Never heard of them.
I figured as much.
So what are they?
Well, there's some minuscule Xenos race located on the eastern fringe of the galaxy. They're even less of a threat to us than the Dark Eldar, so it's not really worth talking about.
Why would so many people send in messages about a minuscule Xeno race located on the eastern fringe of the galaxy, but they aren't even a threat?
I've heard it's because despite being a small species, the Tau males are really overcompensating with their high-tech weaponry, and the Tau females have a tendency to lust for greater goods.
I'm sorry, what?
I've heard it's because despite being such a small species, they have the most rapidly advancing technology in the galaxy, which also means they have really, really big scary guns. But you can usually snap one and they'll fall over really quickly.
That's what I thought, I think. We'll talk more about this later. Still got more stupid questions to answer.
Yes, indeed. Like this one from Suika Ibuki.
Okay.
Who asks, since your body can no longer function properly, how about mounting the golden throne inside a dreadnought or a titan so you can kick ass again?
Don't you think that if I actually had that choice, I would have made it already? I think you're not taking into account that the entirety of Terra will be swallowed by a giant warp rift, and everyone will fucking die if either I or the Golden Throne would leave this place. That makes it not worth it, but only barely.
Now, next up is a question from someone who entitles himself as the Fresh Sorcerer.
What a fucking nerd.
He says, hey shitboot, want me and my brother to read you terrible shitty fanfics like a depraved, erogenous bedtime story to you and your Centurion? It's kind of always been a dream of his. And this is the year I promised to be nice to him.
Actually, alright, fuck it, I'm the motherfucking Emperor. Send out some Terran escorts to wherever the fuck those guys are, and pick them up so they can be converted into my personal bedtime story readers, but they are so insistent on doing it. My Centurion hasn't been able to sleep that well for the last couple of days anyway. I feel this is a perfect opportunity to continue my plans with the reformation of the Imperium by making some people actually become useful.
That sounds like an excellent idea, my lord.
If they
I'll
wish.
turn the shackles when we're done. Now, next up is a question from someone called Dr. White. He asks where his fire support is.
Up his fucking nostrils. Next.
Oh, alright. This one is from someone apparently known as Johann Gasmask. He asks, seeing as science clearly dictates that diversity is the most efficient way for life to exist, why are you trying to exterminate all other life except humanity?
I am not trying to exterminate all other life, but rather keep it under some form of control. Xenos are often vile and untrustworthy, as they are out to maximize their own idea of peace and happiness in the galaxy for their own separate species in their own individual ways. The human idea of peace and happiness is to have the galaxy taken over so life can thrive without wars, poverty, nor petty hatred, all living in a bright and tranquil future as was mankind's birthright. Compare that to the Eldar who want to take over, so they can engage in fuckloads of raw, unfiltered, hedonistic super orgies again without getting into trouble.
Oh
Or
my
the
gosh.
Necrons who want to take over for the purpose of sucking the souls out of all living things and going back to sleep again. Or the Orcs who just want to fight forever and make nothing of their lives.
Yep.
And let's not even get into those fucking Tyranids who just want to eat the whole galaxy, and then move on to the next.
And just to let you know, my lord, the Tower kind of in that same category.
I would be okay with Xeno races living in harmony with us if they didn't have such fucked up goals in mind for our galaxy. But without Xeno life exterminated or under regulation, this is not an efficient way for human lives to exist, as it will only get stabbed, sliced, chopped, and numbed to death.
Ooh, I love it when things make sense. Anyway, next we have
Very interesting
Emperor,
point.
besides swiftly unfucking the current state of the Imperium, which I figure would be a given, what's the first thing you would do where you would suddenly be restored to your former glory and rise to the Golden Throne?
Well, I have a pretty big to-do list, but as a start, I would do these things in this exact order. First, scratch my everything. Second, roll around on the floor and spasm violently. Third, take a shower. Fourth, punch everyone in the face. And fifth, tell everyone to never ever ask stupid fucking questions again.
Alright, next question.
Indeed.
This will be the last one. I need to take a break and let my agony stabilize for a moment.
That's fair enough, my lord. Even I feel dirty after this. Ugh. Anyway, this last one was from someone called Magmos. Dear Almighty God Emperor of mankind, if you wanted people to stop believing you're a god, why in the heck did you run about worn a golden armor, wield a fiery sword, emit a glow pretty much all the time, and have other things of that nature? Seriously, man, you're kind of sending out some mixed signals there, you have to admit.
Look, just because I want to wear ornate gold armor, wield a fiery sword, emit a glow pretty much all the time, and other things of that nature doesn't mean I want to be looked upon as a god. I'm not the one who needs to be taught not to dress like a god. You're the ones who need to be fucking taught that considering people to be gods dependent on how they look is wrong. Besides, my head designer thought all the flashy golden bits really brought out the color of my eyes.
I'm happy that I get the privilege of constantly being dressed up in golden armor without anyone
Absolutely.
like a god.
Yes, people have got some serious beef with the new man, calling us gods and shit. Even though I am the only one who has the real rights to that claim. Additionally, I'm happy that you at least enjoy the privilege of wearing your fucking armor.
You and me both. Well, my lord, I guess that wraps up this fun little event then.
Yes. Perhaps we will read through some more questions at some other point if I'm feeling incredibly masochistic.
Now,
Masochistic.
could you possibly tell me the good aspects about this stone town? You were just about to get onto that.
Yes, let me think.
Greetings, brothers! Alpha Busa here. Thanks for watching. It has now been a year since the first episode's release, and through these
Wow.
past 12 months, it has become the biggest thing I have ever made, which I am incredibly happy for. In addition, I've reached 20,000 subscribers, which is
Bravo.
just fantastic. I just want to give you all a big spine-breaking fucking power hug, seriously.
Just great
Now,
work.
I'd like to make some shoutouts to people I think deserve your recognition, if you do not mind. First off,
Awesome
I'd like to
stuff.
dedicate this video to two friends of mine, which are Eliphas and Erndil, who were
Uh,
both born on
I'm
this
going to
very
put
day.
the link.
Come to think of it, it makes me feel kind of bad because instead of making a birthday video for them, I decided
In
to
case
upload
I
the first
forget.
episode of text-to-speech device last year. Huh.
Here.
Anyway, I've known Erndil since early 2011, late
Yep.
2012, somewhere around there. He is an incredibly
Okie
dedicated
dokie,
person
so-
who has helped me with countless of tasks throughout these years. Every
So that was it. The episodes themselves. What are these?
a lot of really nice
Ah,
40k
okay.
stuff, artwork frequently, and he
Wow, yeah. Okay, so putting the link into the description, but I'm sure that everybody have seen this, but still, you can find, all the episodes down there. Well, continue with the 13th episode next time, guys. I really want to do, in the meantime.
G'day, guys.
That was a major kill. So yeah, I really want to do his Doomslayer versus Space Marine reaction. So let me know in the comments if you like to see that in general, because yeah, it's very interesting fight. And I did play Doom, especially the last one. The last one is my favorite, the one that just came out a few months ago. So it's an interesting discussion as well, and how he did it, and who is gonna win and why. So yeah, I would like to do that as soon as humanly possible. Tomorrow, God willing, I'm going to go and see for the first time in 6 months movie in the movie theater. That's gonna be New Mutants. Probably going to do the review right away, but I still plan to continue with text to speech. So somehow, some way, I'm going to incorporate this into the program, so to speak, for tomorrow. And I really wanna do the Doom thing. Yeah. Doom guy. The Doom guy, yeah. So we'll see, guys, what I can, fit in to the day. But we gotta have, Warhammer. So episode 13 and 14. I haven't seen how long 14 is, but if it's like, it's 25 minutes. Okay. Well, still doable. So 13 and 14. 13 and 14. Okay. So I hope that you had fun, guys. I'm really impressed once again of, how many good points just come across this whole thing. I literally feel like that is the freaking Emperor, although it's a parody, but some things do make a lot of sense, damn it. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty great, Emperor. You have intelligence there, you know. So it's a parody, but there's some things that are just so clever that I'm like, bravo, Emperor. You're awesome, okay? So yeah, I'm just loving it. Okay, well, if they become too long, I'm going to have to do like one. But for now, though, I can fit two. So yeah, guys, well, thank you very much, guys, for watching for tonight. You can check out the links down below if you'd like to support me, my OnlyFans for sex educational content. New video at the end of this week, Patreon, Streamlabs, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you very much for joining me on this Warhammer weekly time that we have. It's just lovely, and I'm at the end of my first book, and I'm gonna continue with Horus Heresy in the middle of everything else that I'm studying in the meantime. So yeah, doing everything at once, and it's just great. So bye, guys. Bye bye.